Then the man and his wife heard the Lord God walking in the garden. It was during the coolest time of the day. They hid from the Lord God among the trees of the garden. But the Lord God called out to the man. "Where are you?" he asked. "I heard you in the garden," the man answered. "I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." The Lord God said, "Who told you you were naked? Have you eaten fruit from the tree I commanded you not to eat from?" The man said, "It's the fault of the woman you put here with me. She gave me some fruit from the tree and I ate it." Then the Lord God said to the woman, "What have you done?" The woman said, "The serpent tricked me. That's why I ate the fruit." So the Lord God spoke to the serpent. He said, "Because you have done this, you are set apart from all livestock and all wild animals. I am putting a curse on you. You will crawl on your belly. You will eat dust all the days of your life. I will make you and the woman hate each other. Your children and her children will be enemies. Her son will crush your head, and you will bite his heel." The Lord God said to the woman, "I will increase your pain when you give birth. You will be in great pain when you have children. You will long for your husband, and he will rule over you." The Lord God said to Adam, "You listened to your wife's suggestion. You ate fruit from the tree I warned you about. I said you must not eat its fruit. So I am putting a curse on the ground because of what you've done. All the days of your life you will have to work hard. It will be painful for you to get food from the ground. You will eat plants from the field, even though the ground produces thorns and prickly weeds. You will have to work hard and sweat a lot to produce the food you eat. You were made out of the ground. You will return to it when you die. You are dust, and you will return to the dust." Adam named his wife Eve. She would become the mother of every living person. The Lord God made clothes out of animal skins for Adam and his wife to wear. The Lord God said, "Just like one of us, the man can now tell the difference between good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out and pick from the tree of life and eat it. If he does, he will live forever." So the Lord God drove the man out of the Garden of Eden. He sent the man to farm the ground that he had been made from. The Lord God drove him out and then placed angels on the east side of the garden. He also placed there a flaming sword that flashed back and forth. The angels and the sword guarded the way to the tree of life. Adam loved his wife Eve and slept with her. She became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, "With the Lord's help, I have had a baby boy." Later, she gave birth to his brother Abel. Abel took care of the sheep. Cain farmed the land. After some time, Cain gathered some things that he had grown. He brought them as an offering to the Lord. And Abel also brought an offering. He brought the fattest parts of some animals from his flock. They were the first animals to be born to their mothers. The Lord was pleased with Abel and his offering, but he wasn't pleased with Cain and his offering. So Cain became very angry, and his face was sad. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why are you looking so sad? Do what is right, and then you will be accepted. If you don't do what is right, sin is waiting at your door to grab you. It desires to control you, but you must rule over it. Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let's go out to the field." So they went out. There Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" "I don't know," Cain replied. "Am I supposed to take care of my brother?" The Lord said, "What have you done? Listen. Your brother's blood is crying out to me from the ground. So I am putting a curse on you. I'm driving you away from the ground. This ground. It has opened up its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you farm the land, it will not produce its crop for you anymore. You will be a restless person who wanders around the earth." Cain said to the Lord, "You are punishing me more than I can take. Today you are driving me away from the land. I will be hidden from you. I will be a restless person who wanders around on the earth. Anyone who finds me will kill me." But the Lord said to him, "No. Anyone who kills you will be paid back 7 times. The Lord put a mark on Cain, that anyone who found him would kill him. So Cain went away from the land. He went away from the Lord. He lived in the land of Nod. It was east of Eden. Cain loved his wife and slept with her. She became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. At that time, Cain was building a city. He named it after his son, Enoch. Enoch had a son named Irad. Irad was the father of Mehujael. Mehujael was the father of Methuselah. And Methuselah was the father of Lamech. Lamech married 2 women. One was named Ada, the other was named Zillah. Ada gave birth to Jabal, and he was the father of the people who lived in the tents and raised livestock. His brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of everyone who played stringed instruments and wind instruments. Zillah also had a son. His name was Tubal-Cain. He made all kinds of tools out of bronze and iron. Tubal-Cain's sister was named Naamah. Lamech said to his wives, "Ada, Zillah, listen to me. You wives of Lamech, hear my words. I have killed a man because he wounded me. I have killed a young man because he hurt me. Anyone who would have killed Cain would have been paid back 7 times. But anyone who hurts me will be paid back 77 times. Adam slept with his wife again. She gave birth to a son and named him Seth. She said, "God has given me another child. He will take the place of Abel because Cain killed him." Seth also had a son and named him Enosh. Then the people began to call on the name of the Lord. Here is the written story of Adam's family line. When God created human beings, He made them to be like Him. He created them as male and female, and He blessed them. He called them human beings. when they were created. When Adam was 130 years old, he had a son who was like him. He named him Seth. Adam lived 800 years after Seth was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Adam lived a total of 930 years, and then he died. Seth lived 105 years. Then he became the father of Enoch. Seth lived 807 years after Enoch was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Seth lived a total of 912 years, and then he died. Enoch lived 90 years, then became the father of Cain. Enoch lived 850 years after Cain was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Enoch lived a total of 905 years, and then he died. Cain lived 70 years. Then he became the father of Methuselah. Cain lived 840 years after Methuselah was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Cain lived a total of 910 years, and then he died. Methuselah lived 65 years, and then he became the father of Jared. Methuselah lived 830 years after Jared was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Methuselah lived a total of 895 years, and then he died. Jared lived 162 years, then became the father of Enoch. Jared lived 800 years after Enoch was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Jared lived a total of 962 years, and then he died. Enoch lived 65 years, then became the father of Methuselah. Enoch walked faithfully with God 300 years after Methuselah was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Enoch lived a total of 365 years. Enoch walked faithfully with God, and then he couldn't be found because God took him from this life. Methuselah lived 187 years, then became the father of Lamech. Methuselah lived 782 years after Lamech was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Methuselah lived a total of 969 years, and then he died. Lamech lived 182 years. Then he had a son and named him Noah. Lamech said, "He will comfort us when we are working. He'll comfort us when our hands work so hard they hurt. We will have to work hard because the Lord has put a curse on the ground." Lamech lived 595 years after Noah was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Lamech lived a total of 777 years, and then he died. After Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth.